How to create Solana coin or any meme coin. First of all, we go to Pump.fun. You log in here at the top right corner with your email, and that will automatically create your wallet unless you don't have a Phantom wallet already. Then you just click on create a coin, you type in the name, you type the ticker, and it can be the repetitive ticker and the ones that already exist, description if you want it, then you drop an image, you press create coin, and if you want to add any and buy some of the coin, you can do it, or you can just skip it, and that's it. Your coin is ready and you didn't spend a single dollar, a single Solana for creating your coin. And you can start sharing your contract address for the coin with this one, and or just share the link to the Pump.fun page where people will be able to buy your coin. And it's available across the world. Anyone who has access to internet and a little bit of Solana can start buying your coin. But this is just one of the ways how to create the coin. And in this video, I wanted to show you all different ways, specifically 7 different ways how to create Solana meme coins. And they are different. The amount of control you're going to have with your supply and how much of the rewards you can be earning from your coin trading. You can be making money not only from betting whether the coin going to go up or down. You can just create creator rewards, which is the rewards that are paid to creators of the coins just because the coin is continuous trading. We're going to cover how to launch coins with Pump.fun, Pump.fun Mobile, Bonk, Jupiter, as well as launch bots that do quick launches, and bundlers. At the end, I will cover a couple strategies of what kind of meme coins one should be launching at the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, and what are the narratives that gets popular right now. Now let's talk in depth on creating token on Pump.fun and why this is the biggest platform where you can experiment with your token creation. At first, as I mentioned, you type in Pump.fun, you connect your wallet. If you have one, if you don't have it, the wallet is phantom.com. That's where you can download a web extension, or you can download on App Store or on Google. Don't click on any links under this video. This is the link, the official link of Phantom Wallet, and you'll be able to connect your debit card and purchase Solana on that Phantom Wallet. And once you have it, and then you go to Pump.fun, when you click on login, you will have an option of connecting your wallet. This way you have a wallet with Solana so that you can purchase a little bit of your own token that you're going to create, because ultimately that's your goal, is to pump the token, your own token, and have a little bit of the supply so that you make money out of it. So once you connected your wallet with Solana on it, and then you click create coin, as I mentioned before, you coin name, then ticker, description. So let's go one more time through these steps and actually create a coin and buy a little bit of supply of it. Description, it's important because people are gonna read about the coin and you need to sell them the idea. What is the meme about? Also socials. If you were just going to create any meme coin, like some meme that you remember from back in the days, don't even try it, because all of the memes were already created, all of the jokes were already created. So right now there are other narratives, the new stuff. That's the only way to attract people to buy your coin. So that's why when you will be creating your coin, you need to have a good narrative, a good story where you're gonna write it in the description. And also you probably will have website or your X account or a Telegram for that narrative, for that coin. I'll talk more about the creation of that at the end of the video, where we cover all the strategies. And by the way, you can click on the different chapters in the description so you can jump into different section of the video, and in case you already know how to create coins on Pump.fun. The new addition to Pump.fun coins is mayhem mode, which is you can enable it for the coin, and let's go and enable for this one. What it does is it adds an agent and trading agent to the coin, and it starts to trade on with your coin, so the coin doesn't look dead or just sitting and not doing anything. It's fake volume, it's fake buys and sells. And actually, let's read more about this mayhem. It's a new thing, so it came out only in November 2025. And what it does is it's issues. So originally, when you're creating a token, it's 1 billion token being minted. 80% of them are traded on Curve, and then 20% are held are not traded on the curve, on the bonding curve, but you don't need to worry about all of that for now. And the 80% they trading on curve until the token reaches $52,000 market cap. Depending on what's the price of the Solana, then the level changes. So when Solana was 200, then the level was more like $80,000. But right now, because Solana dropped and Solana is now 130, now the level of graduation is lower as well at roughly $52,000. So 1 billion of token it will be issued, and if you enable mayhem mode, another 1 billion of token is added to the supply, but those are special tokens that are only for the agent, and the agent will be trading those tokens, and the agent will be active only for 24 hours trading your token. And at the end of 24 hours, those tokens will be burned, they will be taken out of the supply. So it basically gives a little bit of the appearance that something is happening with that token. So the chart is not completely dead for the first 24 hours. If you're learning something new and you want YouTube to recommend more videos like this one, click the like button to tell the algorithm to suggest you more videos like this. And at the end of 24 hours, the token is, the additional tokens are burned, taken away, the agent is not there anymore, and hopefully you generated enough buzz with your meme, with your story, that people are now trading your token. So that's what mayhem mode. Let's enable it. Let's drop an image. So you can see all the different requirements for the images, but it's pretty much just any image will be good as long as it's not too big. And you also can add videos, although I'm not recommending it because people don't care much about the little videos. You can make it a GIF, so it's lightweight, but don't try to enter like 1 minute video because no one's gonna watch those videos and you're just gonna waste your time uploading all of that. You can also add banner, which will help your page with the token to look more professional. And again, if you are been working on some narrative, you have the website, you have the Telegram, you have the X account, and you want your whole page to look more established, that it's not a one-time thing, it's not a rug pull that you're gonna rug pull immediately 1 minute after launching it. Adding a good graphics, not like AI generated, but something more professional. It's all gives you little points, making sure that showing to people that you are more professional with your project and you're actually serious about your project and it's not a rug pull. So let's go ahead and create a coin. And now compared to the previous tutorial, the first one I showed you, here we're gonna buy a little bit of the supply because we want to own the coins so that when the price goes up, we can sell some of those coins and make money on it. So let's go ahead and buy let's buy 0.1. So Solana right now is 130. It's very easy to calculate, just move the decimal point. So we're gonna buy $13 worth of our poop coin. So we press OK, coin is being created, we're confirming the transaction, and transaction is confirmed. View coin, and this is the page with our coin, and we see that our buy is right here, and the bot already started trading for us, and the chart is not dead. So let's switch to 1 second, and we see how the bot is trading the coin. Now the market cap, it shows $7,000, but this is just from the it's not real dollars. You cannot like take out those dollars. It's not $6,000 that you can sell the coin and you will get it. These are all mathematically established from the bonding curve, so to speak. Basically, you cannot take this money out. Just remember that. All you have is right here is how many coins you own. So right now we have $2.16 dollars, the value of the coins that we bought with 0.1 Sol when we launched the token. So the chart will be doing stuff. The mayhem, the AI agent will be trading it, and you can see we have the timer here, so it tells us how much time it's left for the AI agent to trade. If you scroll a little bit, you see the comments coming in. Those are all bots. Don't pay attention to them. And the trades, these are the mayhem trades, the bot, and you can see if you scroll all the way down, that will be you, and that's your trade. What you buy, what did you buy at what time, and after that we have some real people with real wallets coming in. This one, well, 2JTTBJ, we can see that this is the only real wallet buying, and then another one is this BNK 5 D5Q. Now, those are sniper bots. What happens is when you launch a token and there are sniper bots that automatically buy a little bit of your supply of that token, hoping that, let's see, so we bought 3 million of our token, but the sniper bought 10 million of our token. And look at that, they bought it, and for 6 seconds ago, but 4 seconds ago, so for 2 seconds they held, and they immediately sold 2 million of the token, then another 2 million, then another 5 million, then they bought again 8 mil, so they will be trading a little bit. What they're trying to do is they hope that you will be promoting your token and people will start buying, and because they bought the first they were the first one to buy, they're gonna sell to those people to whom you will be promoting. So the goal here is when you launch a token, I would recommend you to wait a little bit for the bots to come in, and eventually they're going to exit because they see that there is no activity and they're just gonna sell it because you wait for 5-10 minutes and they're gonna sell it, and you don't allow them to make any money, and then you start promoting 5 minutes later after they exit already. So coin is out and ready and it's trading. The chart doesn't look very good, but remember that the AI agent, the mayhem agent, it's not going to be negative to the token. It's going to be zero at the end of the day. At 24 hours, once it's passed, it's going to be it's not going to make any money. That's my point. Why Pump.fun is the biggest launchpad and why it's the first one that I'm covering when creating your Solana token is because you probably don't have big following and you don't probably don't have big group of people who will be buying your token right away. So you need to rely on the markets out there, the volume that is generated by other traders who are just on chain, online, sitting and looking for new launches, and they'll just buy your token just because they like the narrative that you created with your token. And the biggest volume is on Pump.fun. You can check what's the biggest volume right now on this website. I'll leave the description, the link in the description to the video. But Jupiter, which is the aggregator of all the Solana liquidities that goes to the decentralized exchanges, they have this very convenient page, jup.ag terminal launchpads, that shows you volume and the market share of different launchpads, so where the volume is. And we can see that Pump is the number one with 70% market share. So 70% of all the meme coin trading happens on Pump. And the next one is Meteora, which is a decentralized exchange. We will cover how to launch tokens there. And LetsBONK is a third one. And you can see where's the mind share and the market share. So that's why we're covering Pump first. The other thing why you not only want to launch on the Pump.fun because of the market share is the highest on Pump.fun, but also because of the creator rewards. We launched the token and it's trading right now. We have our $1.57. At the end of 24 hours, it will be back to the $2 that we had at the beginning. But you not necessarily need to own a token and sell it for profit in order to make money. These platforms, they establish something that's called creator rewards, where as the token trades and these bots are trading, some fees being charged to those trades for buying and selling. Now, Pump.fun charges something like 1.2% trading fee for every buy and for every sell. And when the token graduates, reaches $52,000, those fees change a little bit, but overall there are some fees, and you as a token creator, you're entitled to some of those fees. And Pump.fun gives the highest creator rewards out there compared to the given that they are the highest by the market share. Like out of these 5, they give the highest creator rewards, and that's why it's profitable not only to launch coins on Pump.fun, but also let them stay alive, don't rug pull them, don't kill those coins, so that they're trading and they're generating some of the creator rewards. Now, Pump.fun gives you 0.3% of those trading fees of the volume to creators, and after token graduates, it gives 0.9%, so almost 1% that they are charging. They're charging like 1.2%, and you will be getting 0.9. Almost like 70% of the fees will be going to the creator. And as the token grows in the market cap, the fees that you will be earning as a creator, they drop a little bit, but they are still the highest for Pump.fun. Another thing I wanted to mention for Pump.fun is when you choose how much you want to buy when you're creating a token, don't buy too much. Don't buy 20%, don't buy 30%. Even though it might be tempting, oh, I'm gonna buy 30% and I'm gonna sell it, people will see it. Check my other videos how we trade meme coins, and you will see that when the trader with the developer owns more than 20%, more than even 10%, that's already a red flag. And those initial buyers, they're gonna see that. And the trading terminals like Axiom Pro, they will show in red that the developer owns more than 10% and people will not buy it. So buy a small amount, 3%, 5%, and later you will see there are other strategies how to bundle your coin, which is also frowned upon. But again, almost all the coins are being bundled right now, and people have buy the coins from other wallets, which also something that you can do, but don't buy from one wallet more than 5%. That's the whole point. So that's creating a token on Pump.fun. You can share this page with on your socials, on your groups, whatever, where you have the reach, where you have the people. Telegram groups, don't try to spam because you will get flagged and kicked out if it's not your group. So that's where you need to have some community or some group of people who will be buying it. But anywhere in the world now, people with Solana, with the online access, they can buy this coin. Just share this link, or you can click on the contract address so it's automatically get copied. And if you will go to the other terminals, Axiom or Photon, and type in that contract address, they can buy this coin and they can start trading. Everyone will see the same chart, and that's the amazing thing of meme coins, that they democratized ICOs. Before, you had to hire developers to create the contracts, to put it on chain and spend some money so that the token is available everywhere in the world. And now you can create these meme coins, jokes essentially, and it's available to trade anywhere in the world. Now let's cover how to create a coin on Pump.fun mobile app, because I assume a lot of you will be watching this on mobile, and it will be fast to do on mobile as well. Now let's look at how to create a meme coin on Pump.fun mobile app. You download Pump.fun from App Store, and then you either log in with your Google, or you can also press sign in and choose to log in with the Apple or X. And as well as you can import existing wallet if you have a Phantom wallet or other Solana wallets, so that you already have some money on it. But let's go with creating a new wallet by logging in with Google. So we signed in, and at the top we can immediately see how we can deposit more money. We click on it, and it's these that's way you top up with fiat currencies. And you can see that there are options for Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo, Revolut, and straight up debit card. And you also again can transfer money from Phantom, or you can manually transfer from all other wallets, or maybe exchanges wallets accounts that you have. So once it's deposited, then at the bottom you can see the plus sign. You press on it, and that's where you can create your token. And it's the same steps. You choose the image first, then you choose the name, the ticker, description, add the links if you have any, and you should have as well. Choose mayhem mode. After that, you will be prompted how much of that token you want to buy, and boom, your token is created. And you can as well share that token address and that page to anyone so that they can buy it. Next one is Bonk.fun. Go to Bonk.fun and sign in by connecting your Phantom wallet with some Sol on it, so you can again buy a little bit of the token that you're going to create. Navigate to create, and it's the same system, but Bonk.fun allows you to a little bit more customization. For example, you can save the config of your token template in case you're creating many coins. However, later on I'll show you that there are launch bots that allow you to create tokens even faster. So I'm still going to cover Bonk.fun in case the platform and narrative shifts. It was very popular in July 2025, but now the mind share kind of died out and the volume also died out. But Bonk is very innovative guys, the team behind Bonk. So it's possible that they will come up with something new. So just in case, let me cover that as well. You create the token name, image, that's all the same, just on Pump.fun, symbol, token description. Here's some of the customization that Bonk.fun allows you. It's the platform you can launch on LetsBONK Tech or LetsBONK Memes. The difference is they were running this hackathon in June 2025, and where they wanted projects to launch tokens, and they changed the creator fees or rewards that are paid out to token creators if you have an actual project behind your token. So they added different fee structure, and here if you navigate to the question mark, it shows you that you have 1.5 fees after graduation post bond, which means post bonding. However, it's a little bit misleading. It's not 1.5% of the volume that you'll be getting. In the tweet itself, you can see that they say that it's 1% creator rewards and 5%, half of a percent goes to the LetsBonk Tech. Basically, it's not yours, it doesn't go to you. So these are the two different ways how you can launch a coin. And also, because they allowed you to create these project coins, they separated. You can create a coin that will be paired against Solana, which is their usual meme coin, or Solana token, so that the pool will be created, the liquidity pool, where there will be your token and the Solana. However, for the projects, they also allow you to create USD1. USD1 is a stable coin, so it will be quoted, your token price will be quoted in USD. So it will be a little bit more understandable, because if you're creating a project, you want to show your project charts in dollars, and you don't want to confuse people with the Solana price. So LetsBonk showed you those options. Also, you can select the token supply. For meme coins, it's usually 1 billion, but again, it doesn't really matter for your token. It doesn't really affect the price. Everyone got used to 1 billion token supply for meme coins, and for the project coins, same, it's 1 billion. But for whatever reasons, you can change. You can see that 69, 420, those are pretty much meme numbers, and everything evolves around this memification, not really around some utility for the number of tokens. You can also have a custom and just type in whatever amount you want. And the number of tokens directly correlated with the price of your coin, so that how many zeros you want after the comma. So that if you select 1 billion, you will have what, like, depending on the price of your token, but you will have many zeros, 6 zeros after the comma for the price. So that is the token supply and how it's affecting your project. Same setup, you can buy certain amount, and you should be buying because that's your project. You also set up here, and don't buy more than 10 or 5%, because it will be visible on all the terminals that one wallet holds 10%. People will be afraid of buying a token that has more than 10% or more than 5% even. Slippage is what's the slippage you allow when you will be buying that initial amount. And refer optional, it's also was geared toward these project coins launches and the hackathon, so that, let's say you as a hunter, you found a project and you say, hey guys, go and launch a token and I'll help you to launch the token. Just do it through this launchpad platform, Bonk.fun, and just name my wallet as a referrer, so that I can earn a little bit of fees. And the fees is something like $300 for 1 million in volume traded of that token. So for each 1 million, the wallet will be getting $300. So it's additional incentives for people to go and promote LetsBonk as a launchpad. One more note is that LetsBonk is actually, well, I keep saying LetsBonk, it's Bonk.fun. Bonk.fun is a front end, and they actually use Raydium LaunchPad as their where the token is being created. What is Raydium? Raydium is a decentralized exchange where those pools are actually created, and Bonk.fun is just a front end of showing you a nice website. But Raydium themselves, they built their launchpad, their UI, so you can go and have more customization in the Raydium.io launchpads create, and it's pretty much the same. You have the just send it, which is basically same as LetsBONK meme, and then advanced is the tech. And let's look a little bit at the advanced option. Again, this is shows you how more customization you can have and more control over your tokens, over your supply compared to Pump.fun tokens. So in advanced, same Solana, the name, ticker, description, image, and socials. And here's the interesting stuff is for advanced options. So here again, token supply, just like on the Bonk, you can have 69 and 420. Here it's a little bit more serious. You can select other values. Solana raised is how many Solanas needs to be in the bonding curve before the token graduates. It's a little bit technical. You can learn about it more, but if you know how bonding curves work, a certain number of Solanas needs to be in the bonding curve before the token graduates. And you here can specify, basically it means by changing this number, it means at what point the token is graduated. And that also triggers certain filters. For example, for Axiom Pro, when memecoin traders are trading, they have filter the middle swim lane with the middle column is responsible for graduated tokens. So if you lower this amount, you will end up at the graduated column earlier. You also can have specified percentages of how many of tokens will be in the bonding curve and how will be migrated into the pool. Again, it's not very important if you're just launching a meme coin. It's more important when you launching a project. And the vesting, for example, is the how many tokens you want to be locked after they graduate from the bonding curve. If you're a project, you want to secure a certain amount of tokens for community, for airdrop, for your team, maybe just to show the people that you are not going to rug pull and immediately take out all the supply. So you're going to buy that amount, and you can specify how much of the supply you want to lock. The max is 30%, and you can specify less than that. And once the token graduates, then it will be deposited to the wallet and it will be available for sale. But it gives a little bit more trust and shows you that the project is more serious. You can also say creator fee share, and what it does is you enable it, and I don't see any reason why you wouldn't enable it. But when you launch a token on Raydium, the creator rewards are not really there, and it's more it's more for serious bigger projects that expected to generate huge volume, and it's not more for Pump.fun. And the creator rewards just shows you, for example, if token is launched here, you will be getting 0.025% of the fees. So that's if you hover on the question mark, they say that you will be getting 10% of the LP fees. 10% LP is liquidity provider fees. So the AMM pools, automatic market maker pools, the fees there is 2%, and you will be getting 10% of the 2%, hence you'll be getting only 0.025%. Overall, you'll be getting 10 times less in creator rewards, in creator fees, compared to Pump.fun. So if you launching a big project and it's not like if there is a big complicated structure and there is an actual protocol, then you're not really, your model is not to make money from the creator rewards. It's just like a additional thing, an incentive. But if you're just launching memes, then just go to the Pump.fun and do it on Pump.fun. Pegs.fm is another platform, and I'll show you how it's different from all the previous mentioned launchpad Pump.fun, and Bonk. All these launchpads, they are different just a little bit, but it's very interesting. And depending on what kind of narrative you're trying to pursue or what mechanics you're trying to achieve, you can choose all these different platforms. So you go to bags.fm. Again, you connect your Solana Phantom wallet with some Solana on it, preferably so that you can buy a little bit of your supply. You press new coin, same stuff, image, name and ticker, description, as well social links. But here how bags.fm is different is you can share some of the creator rewards that are being earned with the coin that you will create. Bags gives you generously 1%. It's similar to what Pump.fun gives. It's more than Bonk and more than Launchpad and Raydium's Launchpad. So it gives you 1% of the creator rewards, which if the coin goes very high, it can be a substantial amount. So when you create a coin, you say add, at the beginning it's 100% of the fees are given to you, but if you want to split them, you can select whether the X profile or Kick or GitHub profile, and people behind those profiles, they will be getting those fees. And then you specify the name, the handle for those socials. Also, what you can do is if you select this DividendsBot on X, you just click on it. What it's going to do is it's going to split the fees amongst 100 holders of your token. So if, let's say, if you want to promote your community and incentivize people to buy more, and maybe someone will be the 200th holder, but you can say, hey, get to the 100 and you'll be getting those fees. So these new additional incentives basically for people to buy. And when Bags FM was very popular, what was happening is the big example is Neon Cat, the creator of Neon Cat, that animation. He didn't make any money when he created this cartoon. However, he's known on X with his X handle. So the coin that was created for Neon Cat, it was in the billions, and a lot of those creators, they didn't benefit in any way from the creator fees. And people launched a different coin on Bags, and then they mentioned him, specified his handle, and he was able to make some money out of the meme coin that was created for him. So then people realized, those who develop coins, so the token creators, they can promote their tokens by dropping the fees to the other accounts and hope that those big accounts will somehow retweet or mention the token so that they will be getting some of those fees. But the token creator, of course, they can specify that they will be getting, let's say, most of the fees. You can have 90% to yourself and then only 10% to the original creator. So those are the different social mechanics that you can have launching tokens on bags.fm. So it's more social. And you need to also, one thing is the rewards need to be claimed by that account, because if you just specify some X account, it's not going to automatically be sent to that account. The person behind that account needs to come to the bags.fm and then claim those rewards by signing in with that X account, because X and blockchain, Solana, they are all different two systems, so it's not like the fees will be automatically sent. Keep that in mind. And if the person, the big account to whom you're sending those fees, is not interested, they are not interested claiming the rewards, they're not interested in retweeting that tweet or promoting the coin, because maybe they got burned by crypto in the past and they think that all the crypto is a scam, so they might not even claim those fees, and the whole house of cards can fall basically. But that's Bags FM, and no other launchpad has this interesting mechanics enabled on their token launch. If you're learning something new and you want YouTube to recommend more videos like this one, click the like button to tell the algorithm to suggest you more videos like this. Now let's look at Jupiter. Jupiter is in our list, it's number 6 by the market share, and it's very similar to the LaunchLab from Raydium, because Jupiter is actually an aggregator on top of Raydium, but both of them have their own platforms, their own clients, the front ends to allow people to create their token, and it's also more customizable and more for big projects or for more serious projects, but it gives more options to set up different vesting schedules and amount of the graduation level and stuff like that. So let's look at that. You also so the link is jup.ag, and you again connect your wallet and you go to studio, and in studio that's where, so the link is studio.jup.ag, and make sure that these are the exact links. Make sure that, because there are so many ways to go into the wrong, click on the wrong link, and then it might be a spam link and a wallet drainer. You don't want to end up there, because everywhere where we navigating to these launchpads, we're connecting our wallet, and even though connecting a wallet is not necessarily draining your wallet, you still need to sign a transaction for a transaction for if there is any access to your wallet. But still, you don't want to connect to any decentralized application that is not authorized or malicious. So studio.gup.ag, that's their launchpad. We click launch now, and they have the two modes as well, meme and custom. Meme is just a standard, so 5k to 75k. 5k is the initial market cap, and graduation happens at $75,000. And here they have the how they advertise creator management, so 50% of LP fees. Because the Jupiter token will be deployed to Raydium, and the Raydium pool will be created the same way as on a Bonk, the same way as in a launchpad, LaunchLab from Raydium, because it's all Raydium. The LPs, the liquidity provider fees on Raydium is 0.25%, so quarter of 1%. And if you create a token on Jupiter, you will be getting half of that, so that gives you 0.12% roughly. So you can see how you will be getting much fewer creator rewards if you will be launching on Jupiter. However, again, it's not for memes, it's more for serious projects. Let's look at what customization Jupiter gives us and allows. So we click on custom, and you can specify again whether you want your pool to be created with Solana or with USDC. And USDC, it's a Ethereum, it's an EVM because it's Circle, it's base. On Bonk, it was USD1, which is Solana coin issued by the World Liberty Financial. But USDC, it's an EVM chain, so you can select against which coin your pool you want to create your pool, so it's more convenient for everyone else outside of the Solana network. So let's keep it in USDC because it's more convenient here. We can set initial market cap and graduation market cap. You cannot, by the way, lower the 75,000. You cannot make it much. For example, if we have here 70, we will get this error message because in total you need to be raising $15,000 during the bonding process. So we keep it 75. Anti-sniping, if you don't want the mev bots and snipers to come in and snipe and be the second one. For example, we saw like the coin launch on Pump.fun, we have those sniper bots, and then you cannot buy after them. You cannot immediately promote your token. If you are a serious project, you definitely don't want those snipers to come in because they know they are tracking your wallet and they are not going to dump 5 or 10 minutes after. They probably will be sitting there and waiting for someone to come in and buy, maybe some of the partners of yours, maybe the investors or some other people, and they will be selling into those buys. So to avoid that, you just toggle anti-sniping, and the way it works, it makes the first transactions that happened in the first block, the transaction block, very, very expensive. And they have different options. They have linear or exponential, how these the fees drop in price. So it basically helps you to avoid snipers. It's not 100% bulletproof against snipers. They still can decide to overpay the fees and stuff, and you can set up for how long the anti-sniping lasts. So that's why I was saying to you, if you wait for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, most of the snipers will leave if they don't see any buys coming in, because it's just algorithmic how they set up. So we turn on the anti-sniping. we set linear, and then you can also set what would be the transaction fees for your token. You can actually increase your transaction fees and make them bigger, but the biggest is just 2%. The default is 1%. What's interesting here for Jupiter is they allow you to set up a vesting schedule. So if you're a token project, and if you want, again, 20%, 10% to allocate it for the team, for the airdrop, or for the investors, you can specify it there. So you say, for example, 3% can be locked behind, locked for vesting. And then you can specify for how long you want that vesting to be held. For example, immediate, it will be immediately given to a certain wallet. But 6 months, it means for 6 months that 3% will be locked, and after 6 months they will be claimable. You can go and you will be able to go and access it. And this value, the supply vested, it correlates to the graduation market cap. So if you want to increase the vesting supply, you need to increase the graduation market cap. And let's say if we put here double 150, then we can specify here, we can see how this amount changes. So now it says $23,000 will be collected, raised during the bonding curve. So as long as you're talking on the bonding curve, there are some fees happening, and those fees, they actually act as a initial liquidity for your liquidity pool. And the goal is to have at least 15,000, because then when the graduation happens, those 15,000 will be deposited into the Raydium pool, and that's when the coin will be officially live. So if you increase the graduation, there will be more token traded on the bonding curve, more fees collected, and therefore the pool will be bigger. So in this case, we say 150,000. So now we can say 6% can be allocated, can be vested. And let's try to achieve 15,000 here. So let's say if we want, can we lock 10%? Yes, and we can actually lock 15%. Is that right? Even more. 20, 30. You can see how if you increase the graduation, you can also increase the amount you want to be vested. Frequency of the vesting is basically when this in 12 months is over. The vesting duration is actually the duration, so within the 12 months, the vesting will be happening. And you want to set whether it's daily or monthly, so every day there is a small amount being released and claimable, or every month big chunks will be, 12 chunks will be released. So if you say cliff is 6 months, it means first 6 months there is no vesting. And after 6 months, for the next 12 months, that's when every day there will be a claimable chunk released. So all of this very nice, convenient customization, it's very important for the project teams and less for the meme coins. So give you a quick chart and just the diagram to show you, visualize how the tokens will be distributed and what are the levels. And then when you save the setting, again, image, name, description, and then you'll, once you finish the enhanced steps, it's small things like, let's actually go there. Me show you. And then the image, magic generation, you can just say cat, hat. It just shows you to pre-populate the image and the name, and it's simple, just a quick thing for the speed of it. But again, the next time I'm gonna talk about the LaunchBot that are super quick to launch the meme coins. That's for the meme coins, so all of those are not very, see, created nice banner, and that's it. We will connect to the wallet with Solana, and then you will be able to launch the token and start promoting it. So that was Jupiter. Now we've covered all the major launchpads. Now let's talk about some of the tools that people are using out there. And the first one would be a bundler. What is a bundler? It's the tools that scammers are using. They will buy from 10, 12, 15 other wallets so that when the traders, the meme coin traders, are searching for the token, on the Axiom and other trading platforms, it will not show that the developer has 10% or 20% of the supply. However, the creator of the token, they might own 20% of the supply, but through the net of different separate wallets. And those wallets are generally, you can even obfuscate the fact that they are funded from different sources. And that's what the scammers uses. But I'm still gonna cover this tool for you to see how it's done. So the tool is vortexdeployer.com. There used to be a Telegram bot for that, but now they have a nice convenient UI. Their business is growing, obviously, in Memecoins. Quick note that for these tools, be careful connecting your main wallet. That's where it's important. Phantom wallet allows you to create multiple wallets within your Phantom. So if you will be connecting to other third-party software, make sure to create the duplicate wallet, burner wallet, you can call it anyway, so that if the developers or creators of these tools, because we are in the gray area, it's not like dark web, but the creators of these tools, they might rug pull you as well if you decide to connect your main wallet, because now those things are connected now, right? And it's possible that they will show you some message, oh, you want to, let's say, withdraw the tokens, the bundle that you just rug pulled. However, and you will send a transaction, and that transaction will drain your wallet, and there is no place that you're gonna go and complain on CT that, oh, this bundler software just rug pulled me, and asking Zach XBT to research why that happened. So take it, this is like advanced already, and make sure that you know what you're doing. I don't recommend obviously anyone scamming, but for other reasons, maybe you want to control 10% and not let people to see that you're controlling 10% of the supply, then bundler is something that you can use. Every coin is pretty much bundled. Recently there were news that Pepe, the one of the biggest meme coins on Ethereum, it was 30% of it was bundled, because Bubble Maps, they released this new feature, time nodes, and pretty much every coin is bundled. Bitcoin itself was bundled, and that's why we have something like 30% right now still at the Satoshi's wallet, those are like dead Bitcoins. Every coin is bundled. It's just you need to understand who's behind the project. Is it just scammers and they're gonna scam, or is it they have a long vision for their project and product and meme as well? Let's look at vortexdeployer.com. So you log in with your Telegram, then you press create project. You have two options: CTO, which is community takeover, where you're taking over some memecoin project, and new project. So in this case, we will be doing new project. Very same setup: name, symbol and description, social links, image, platform, it will be Pump.fun. So next thing is the setup of the wallets. They have this is where you will be specifying how many wallets you want and what should be the supply in those wallets. They have this handy calculator. If you click, you can say that including developer or excluding developer. Let's say including developer, and you want to control 30% of the supply, and this is the gas fees, just an extra, and then how many wallets you want. And let's say we want 15 wallets, and we say maximum amount per wallet as well. So let's say 3, suggested 13, we say 15, and we say calculate, and it will show us how it's going to look like. It shows us that we need to have at least 12.7 Solana on our wallet, and it will be 15 wallets with the different range of how many of the supply will be per wallet. So, but the goal of this calculator is just to show you, okay, if you want to have 30%, then you need to ready to pay 12.7 Solana. So you click in create, and you specify how many wallets we want. We want 15 wallets, how you want to name those wallets, and certain pattern for those wallets. So let's click create. Now it's very important to save these keys, because you will be, in case something goes wrong, these are the wallets that you can access from other Solana wallets, and you will lose access to the funds if you don't save the keys for the wallets. So save all these private keys, You can copy them and save them. Now if we go back, we see our 15 wallets and they show 0 balances, and you will need to fund those wallets so that they can perform the tasks. Now we then go and select use all to select the wallets that we want to participate in the bundling, and you can then say continue, and then you choose different options what you want to do with those wallets, whether you want to just buy quickly, that's usually the case for the single wallet, or if you want to just bundle, or if you want to buy and bundle. So we will select launch, bundle, and snipe, so that's what we want. And right now there are 0 balance on these wallets, that's why they grayed out, but once you have the funds on it, they will be you will be able to proceed with your task. Let's see if we can select fund. So when we selected all of them, we want fund all of them, and it also allows you to either hide the sources of the funding using the Vortex or using the mixer. So let's say we're choosing the Vortex disperse, and we needed something like 15 Solana, so we say 15, and we say variation, so the it's everything, the whole goal is to trying to obfuscate and hide the that you are one person controlling the supply, so everything will be different, the source of supply will be different, and the balance of them will be different as well, but the creation time will be the same, and that's when in our token analysis that I often do on our X account, we look at everything, not only the balance, but also on the date of the creation. So at this point, it's not possible. The Vortex deployer doesn't allow you to change the date of creation. So here you will finish your funding of the wallet, and once this steps is finished, you'll be able to continue with your project and you will launch your project. But that's a quick overview of how Vortex deployer works. We talk about bundler, but now you will notice that as you will be trading meme coins, let's say on Axiom, you'll be staring at these 3 columns of final stretch, pre-graduated, graduated tokens, and you will see some narratives popping here and there. And the real advanced traders, what they do is they also track what narratives happening in the news, because that's the gold mine of the memes. All of the existing memes already created, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So you're really hoping to find new memes that are happening right now on TikTok or on X, where the most of the CT crypto Twitter hangs out. And this is an extension that not only allows you to track current meta and current narratives, but it also allows you to fast deploy. And the name of the extension is Uxento. You can find the official link on their Twitter profile, Uxento, and the app.uxento.io, and you will download this Chrome extension. So this is the name of it and all the stats. Make sure that you're not downloading any other third-party extensions. Again, with all these extensions, it's very careful. All of the mentioned projects and extensions in this video, I checked them myself, but if you want to be on the safe side, always have a burner wallet or additional wallet with in your Phantom, so that if they decide to rug pull their own projects like Uxento, like the bundler, then they're not rug pulling and your whole wallet. So have another wallet, create it, and then download this extension. And what it does is you will open your Axiom trade, and it highlights certain coins. Now, these coins that are highlighted in this dark green, it's the coins from a serial deployer, which means that this deployer creates multiple coins, and this is not the first one that he created with this name. And that's the first advantage of the Uxento. The other one is on each coin, now you have this bat sign. You can see it right here. So, and it says vamp this coin, or you can also insta vamp. What it does is you can create a copy of this coin by simply clicking on this icon. And right now, unfortunately, it's failing to fetch token data. So maybe Axiom patched that thing, and the Uxento is not able to access the data anymore, basically making this feature useless. But hopefully they will fix it again, and you'll be able to quickly vamp coins if that's one of your strategies. I personally haven't found the vamping as useful because I don't know how to make it profitable for myself. That is the vamping, the highlight of the coin. Another one is, it's not visible right now, but here I saved the screenshot of this beautiful coin. And what's happening, there is an animation, and this animation, it's like this highlight is going across the cell, and that happens when the coin is mentioned in the alpha groups. We have these popular alpha groups. Here's this coin, and the ticker for this coin was mentioned in the prosperity and in the pastel alpha. So whenever a coin ticker or contract address is mentioned there, you will be, and those are Discord groups. So the Uxento takes that information from the Discords and then making it sure highlights the coin as you open your Axiom.trade. So it's very convenient, very useful. It's a good signal. If the token is being mentioned, there is more chance that it's not a rug pull, and at least, for example, in case of this coin, at least it went to 80k. So how to quickly create a token, right? Because I said it's a launch bot for quick deployments. You have, with the Axiom installed, so you will have this extension here, Center installed, you have this create coin button, and as you click it, you have the same interface for token creation. You don't need to go to Pump.fun, Bonk, Jupiter, none of that. You can create coins straight from Axiom, and you can see that it gives additional options. For example, you can also launch on BNB. We have the launchpad for that meme, so we have Pump.fun on Solana, but for the Binance, for BNB chain, we have for that meme, and you can switch between BNB and Sol. You can make an ASCII for your image if you want to generate image in ASCII code. Also different platforms, name of the coin, ticker, all the standard stuff, and also it gives you the ability to bundle and to the multi-deploy. So multi-deploy is how many coins you want to create and which platforms you want to create, and how much of that coin after you deploy you want to buy. So lots of customization. That is an advanced trader coin deving tool. Mayhem as well, you know already from Pump.fun. What is Mayhem? It's the enabling of the volume bot basically. And auto sell, you can also specify at which point you want to sell your coin. So you'll create it and you immediately will auto sell everything that you bought, so that you lock in your profits. But this is very convenient if you are chronically staring at the swim lanes at this at Axiom to create coins. So that for fast deployment. And since I mentioned it helps you to track and insta launch coins, what's very convenient is the Twitter tracker. So you can see here on the right hand side, I've opened this Twitter tracker. It tracks roughly 2,000 accounts, which might be too many, but it will just shows you the tweets as they coming in for you to track what narratives are happening out there. And you can just click on one of these deploy buttons and it will deploy a meme coin straight from that tweet. How amazing is this? Like 2 years ago, we couldn't think of any of those tools, but now the level of customization is just unparalleled. So same interface as usual, but we automatically get the image from the tweet and some of the description and the link to that tweet. And you can also change the presets, how much you want to quick buy and all of that. This is standard, but the best thing is that it takes the image out of the tweet and the link. So here you can see the image and the link to the tweet, because the speed is very important when something is started to happen. If Elon Musk says, I adopted a new dog, and there is a tweet about it, or he sends a tweet that's something cryptic and he mentions some weird and not very understandable concepts, you want to quickly launch a meme coin, and so that you're one of the first for that coin. And many runners that went to hundreds of millions they were one of those news coins. For example, the biggest story, Peanut the squirrel, about the viral story of the squirrel in New York that got euthanized by the New York City. Tragic, terrible story. That was a news story, and the meme coin was created not by the owner of the squirrel or none of that. It was just someone quickly uh, identifying the narrative and creating that token, and they um, were able to make a lot of money not only from owning the coin but also from the creator rewards. So that is how you create insta launch coins with Uxento and launch these tokens. Uxento also has a website where you can specify the wallets that you have, how much you putting money in the wallet, and really good customization, so you can play around with it and quickly launch tokens and meme coins. Since we covered all the ways how to launch Solana token with a launchpad, where there is a bonding curve, where the amount of tokens is preset, lastly, I will quickly mention that creating a token from scratch, from just deploying your own token, it's not very complicated, but it requires additional funds, the actual money that you will be using, so your token has the price. If you want your token to have custom inflation schedule, for example, Ethereum and Solana, when the people stake Solana or Ethereum, they are being rewarded, right? The stakers, the validators are being rewarded, and those rewards are coming from the Ethereum inflation. So Ethereum and Solana, they have the code set up that if the certain number of tokens, Sol or ETH, is staked, then the people who are staking those funds, they're being rewarded. So if you want your token to have the similar rewards, that's when you will be creating your own token. None of the launchpad allow such customization. And I just quickly mentioned that it's a two-step process. First, you will be using, it's not real programming, you will just use a couple lines of scripts. You can chat with the GPT, Grok, or Claude, and any agent will help you. It's a couple lines of scripting, of scripts. First, you will create a token address, mint address on the chain. Then you will, and once the token is created, then you will need to create a liquidity pool. That's where Raydium or Meteora comes in. And you can either use the command line tools, or you can use their UI, their websites, where you will specify how much, what token you creating, and what's the ticker. And you also will be, that's the moment when your money are coming into a picture, because you will be depositing certain amount of money into that pool. So if, let's say, if you created 1 billion of tokens, of your tokens, like usually it happens on launchpad, and then in the liquidity pool you will deposit $100 worth of Solana, then this pool, your token slash Sol, will be created, and the price for your token will be derived from that formula. It will be 100 divided by 1 billion, and that would be the price of your token. And also, creating your own token allows you to set mint authority or freeze authority, whether this 1 billion is the final number of tokens. That's what, or you can create additional tokens later on. So most of the meme coins and launchpads, they are, the minting authority is frozen. It's so that there are no new coins able to be created, and that was the function to stop scams, because there were many scams when the mint authority was not revoked, and people would sell coins, launch coins, and they will not be frozen, the liquidity, and they'll just continue minting more and more. Another thing is the tax on buy and sell. You can also specify whether buying and selling your token invokes certain fees. So it's not the platform fees, it's not the network fees, it's also like your token fees, and you can specify that. That's also all possible with the scripting when you creating your token. And if you just ask any GPT, they will tell you all the steps how to do that. But in this case, you have full control of your token. You can have your own inflation, mint authority, and taxes. Now you know all the different ways how to create Solana meme coin or a Solana token, and you can go and start creating tokens. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't have people who will be buying your token down the road, then nothing's going to happen. No one's going to buy your token, only the bots will. So you need to have a plan. What would be the narrative of the token? What are the links, the socials? Are you going to develop a Telegram group and maybe get first 10, 15 people, maybe your friends, where you will be sharing memes? Maybe you will create a X community where you will be sharing those memes from the Telegram group. Or you create a website with the Webflow or Lovable using or Canva. It takes 5 minutes to create a website just so you can place links to the token. Adding all those things together gives your project a bigger, a more it shows that you're more serious with your project and you're not just going to immediately rug pull and take all the liquidity out. So having a plan, not only the project itself, then you need to find the how much you're going to buy. Are you going to buy 5% with the developer wallet, or you want to buy 10% or 20% with the bundler that I mentioned before? And then once you bought, once you're holding, at what point you're going to sell? Are you going to sell 100% of what you have and just forget it and move on, or you're going to invest some time, build a little community, and then grow that community into the medium size and slowly take profits with clipping 10% and then another 10% each time the project, for example, goes to a new level. That is more sustainable and better for your reputation if you trying to have a cleaner reputation long term, because those tokens, people remember accounts. We, for example, in Telegram, we keep track of the Twitter accounts who are not very nice, who've been caught rug pulling or promoting projects that end up going to zero, or just being promoting projects that are eventually went to zero. Now, what those tokens can be about? It can be either a meme, a new meme, or it can be a project token. So if it's a meme, what are memes? It's attention tokens. You need to bet on some memes that you think will gain more attention in the future. If something is rising, for example, maybe you are spending a lot of time on TikTok or on Instagram Reels, or less on YouTube Shorts, but mostly on Instagram and on TikTok, and you see that there is a new narrative, a new meme. For example, when I was browsing meme coins on Apin and I saw 67, I didn't understand what is it about, but we saw 67 very early on Apin. But that was the meme coming from TikTok, specifically from TikTok, from the kids. And depending on what your age range, you'll be served Instagram Reels. And if you see a narrative bubbling up to the top and you start to see it again and again, it's worth to create a meme coin and capitalize on the growth of that meme. So you always need to answer the question, who's going to buy this token later? Is this meme will generate more attention down the road? Then it's worth to create a token about it. The other one is news. As I mentioned, there is trackers, Twitter trackers, where you can track most main accounts. There's roughly 2,000 accounts tracked by Uxento. And if there is a news and you know that it will gonna blow up, maybe it's nighttime in Europe and daytime in the US, or the opposite, and one market going to wake up later and find out about those news, it's also worth to create meme coin for that narrative, because again, you're trading attention, you're creating tokens that are driven by the attention. If the more attention coming later on, it's worth to create a token. And maybe it's not going to grow much, but you can collect those creator fees, creator rewards. And as you spend more time trading tokens, creating tokens, or what's called deving, short for developing coins, because the creators of the tokens are called developers, you will notice that it's two different aspects. When you're trading, you're more like gambling and speculating whether the coin gonna go up or down. You get rug pulled from time to time. And when you're creating a token, you're more in control of your finances, because the money that you're gonna put into the token, that initial supply that you're gonna buy, the 5 to 10%, that money is yours. You can always withdraw it because you were the first one to buy. You can experiment and you can try to launch a token now. And if you put $5 or $10, you can always, because you are the first one to buy, even before the snipers come in, you can always just say sell and you will just lose a little bit of money on the transactions. But even if you buy 90% of your token and just spend $1,000, you'll be able to withdraw close to 995 bucks, because again, those money are yours. You were the first one to buy the token. I'm excited to see which tokens you're gonna launch. So leave comments below with the contract addresses of your tokens, with links to Pump.fun or Bonk, wherever you're gonna launch your token. So maybe my followers and my community can ape into your token. See you in the next video.